Sundays from 4 to 7 p.m.
WTSN AM 1270, your home for high school sports, presents High School Baseball. Listen to WTSN all season long for the greatest games, starring your favorite high school athletes. Tonight's game is brought to you by
Warren's Lobster House, setting the standard for great food at great prices since 1940. To see current promotions, visit them at lobsterhouse.com or like them on Facebook. Warren's Lobster House. Wentworth Douglas Hospital, the Seacoast leading medical center. Cross Insurance, your local Safeco agent at 475 High Street in Somersworth. That's Cross Insurance, 742-2552 for all your personal insurance needs. Aroma Joe's Coffee, 60 locations all over the Seacoast. Visit them online at aromajoes.com. Aroma Joe's, wicked good coffee.
And now, let's send it out to the field for tonight's action on the Seacoast leader for high school sports. WTSN AM 1270 and WTSN AM 1270.com.
Welcome everybody to Spaulding High School in Rochester, New Hampshire. Justin McIsaac here to bring you today's matchup in high school softball between the Spaulding High Red Raiders with a record of 2 wins and 3 losses, matching up against the Nashua North Titans with a record of 1 win against 4 defeats. Great afternoon for baseball or softball. We're at the softball field here today at Spaulding High. Glad you could be with us this afternoon. Should be a great game. Should be a bit of an interesting game as two teams coming into this one. Record's not as good as they would have hoped at this point of the season, but still plenty of time to turn things around. Nashua a little short-handed today as they only have 10 players with them. April vacation for New Hampshire high school students, so they're a bit short-handed, and we'll see if that plays a factor in this ball game. Plenty of sunshine out there, some puffy clouds out in the outfield. The field is in good condition despite the lousy weather we've had the past few days, and the two teams are excited to get things going here today at Spaulding High School. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll meet the starting lineups for the two teams. You're listening to High School Softball on AM 1270 WTSN and WTSN AM 1270.com.
Thanks for coming into the bank, Mr. Jones. I prepared an estimate of our fees and closing costs to refinance your mortgage.
What? $6,000? That's a lot of money.
Yes, but think about how lucky you are to get a mortgage from a big bank that's been around 150 years.
Don't pay your bank thousands of dollars in fees and closing costs to refinance your mortgage. Call Cash Call at 877-860-CASH. Get a 2.5% rate and APR fixed for 15 years with no fees and no closing costs of any kind without raising your loan balance. Don't be a dummy. Save your money. Make the Cash Call now to 877-860-CASH. That's 877-860-CASH or go to cashcall.com. Call 877-860-CASH. Cash Call Inc. Equal housing lender. Applicant must meet credit and income requirements. Rates subject to change without notice. See website or call 866-900-8744 for terms and restrictions. NMLS unique identifier 38512.
Giving you the edge on healthy living. Here's Mayo Clinic Medical Edge. Researchers have identified an enzyme that could represent a powerful new tool for combating Alzheimer's disease.
We just simply tested hundreds and hundreds of enzymes, and we discovered that this enzyme called BACE2 is particularly good at getting rid of beta amyloid.
Beta amyloid, explains Mayo Clinic Dr. Malcolm Lesring, is a protein fragment that accumulates in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. It's thought to be the underlying cause behind the disease.
If this enzyme is not functioning properly, it may be one cause for the abnormally elevated beta amyloid that we see in Alzheimer's disease. In another very compelling application, it's possible we could use this as a therapeutic tool to actually treat or prevent the disease.
But those are just theories for now. Dr. Lesring says there's much more study ahead. For more information, talk with your doctor or visit mayoclinic.org. I'm Tracy McCrae.
And we're back at Spaulding High School, just about ready to get this one underway. The Red Raiders and the Titans. Justin McIsaac here bringing you this one. We'll meet the starting lineup for the Nashua North Titans. I'm going to do that all day long. Leading off for the Titans is the shortstop, number 9, Hannah Neverett. The center fielder is number 21, Cassie Page. Ellen Cook's number 17. She'll bat in the third spot and play left field. Haley Reed is the catcher, batting cleanup, number 33. Grace County is the pitcher. She wears number 2. In the 6th spot, Erica White is the third baseman wearing number 8. We'll get the rest of the lineup in just a second as Kaylee Patterson is on the mound for Spaulding. Her first offering is in there for strike 1. And official start of the game at 3:02 if you keep track of these things. I do. I don't know if you do. The 0-1 is a little bit high for ball 1, 1-1. Megan Deserick will hit in the 7th spot for North. She wears number 23, plays second base. Sarah Odeniro is the first baseman wearing number 27 as the 1-1 is in there for strike 2, 1-2. And in the 9th spot, number 4, Allie Fortin is the right fielder. We'll meet the Spaulding defense in just a moment. As here's the 1-2. This one is in the dirt. Nice stop by Allie Trueworthy. She's the Spaulding catcher this afternoon. And the count evens up at 2-2. Here's a 2-2 offering from Patterson. This one is grounded towards short. Gabby Connolly gobbles it up and throws over to first for the first out of the inning. Either way, there's one down. For Cassie Page. She bats from the right side, wears number 21. And if you haven't been to a high school girls softball game or listened to one on the radio, there's only been one in the history of New Hampshire. We had it here last year. As this one is swung on a miss on the inside corner for strike 1. The game moves very fast. There's a flow to the game. Goes by very quick, even quicker than high school baseball tends to go, which is a lot quicker than Major League Baseball. So, as the 0-1 is high and outside for ball 1, 1-1. About as fast usually as basketball goes, although in the later innings it'll slow down a bit when strategy comes into play. 1-1 is a little bit high for ball 2. Trueworthy tried to frame it, but umpire was not buying what she was selling, so it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Shout out to Matthew Monty Montgomery. This one is popped up, third base side. Third baseman has it. That was a tough play, but able to squeeze it was the third baseman for Spaulding, Tanika Hussey, and there are 2 away for Ellen Cook. Cook wears number 17, plays left field. She'll bat from the left-hand side. Matthew Monty Montgomery pressed into emergency producing service. I assume we're on the air, and he's doing a fine job. The first one is just outside for ball 1. And just as I congratulate Monty on doing a decent job, here arrives Sarah Sullivan to take over. As the 1-0 is in there for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs from the top of the first, no score. This one is fouled off third base side towards the long jump track here at Spaulding High School, but out of play, 1 ball, 2 strikes. As the umpire needs time, I think Allie Trueworthy is adjusting her glove. Okay, now she's ready to go. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ellen Cook. And now still waiting for time. Not sure what the delay is here, but now we're ready to go. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here it is. High and outside for ball 2. 2-2. So not a bad idea from Patterson to try and get Cook to go fishing on 1 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here it is. Popped up foul, out of play. Behind home plate, and holds it 2-2. Our only high school game of the week this week. Not a whole lot on the schedule as it's April vacation for the high school kids. We'll have 3 games for you next week, though, right here on WTSN. The 2-2 is high and tight for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Cook fell behind 1 and 2. She's worked the count full. Kaylee Patterson looks in. Here it is. It's popped up behind shortstop, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Fell into no man's land as Gabby Connolly went out. In came Kendall Stanton, but it fell in between them, and the Titans have a 2-out base runner. That brings up Haley Reed, the catcher. One of the players to watch here this afternoon. North just a couple of days ago, 5 days ago I should say, lost to Dover, who's undefeated. Dover beat them 3-1. And for the right side. Haley Reed awaits the offering from Kaylee Patterson. This one's in there for strike one. Only 60 feet to the bases here in softball as opposed to 90 in baseball, so but you don't usually see stealing because there's no leads, as this one is fouled off out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. So Reed is in hitter's jail right now. Here's the 0-2. It is lifted towards third base and squeezed by the third baseman, Hussey, and that retires the side. So no runs on 1 hit and 1 left on base. After half an inning of play, it's North nothing. Spaulding coming to bat. You're listening to High School Softball on AM 1270 WTSN and WTSNAM1270.com.
Are you responsible for the care of a loved one over 65 that at times has to make difficult decisions that may leave you or them feeling isolated and on your own? You are not alone. Frisbee Memorial Hospital in Rochester can help. If you're caring for an aging loved one who hasn't been themselves, is depressed, angry, or having difficulty understanding, then you should talk to the geriatric psychiatrists, nurses, and social worker of the Geriatric Psychiatry Program at Frisbee Memorial Hospital. At Frisbee, we specialize in elder care issues, including mental and behavioral health, medication management, and medical conditions that are specific to people 65 and older. And we will work with you to develop a comprehensive medical care plan in either an inpatient or outpatient setting. You are not alone. We can help. Give us a call today. For more information about the Frisbee Geriatric Psychiatry Program, visit frisbeehospital.com.
Here's the WTSN AM 1270 AccuWeather forecast. We'll have clouds and breaks of sunshine this afternoon, a breeze, high 62 to 66, coast and inland. Mostly cloudy, couple of showers tonight, low 46. A shower still in the area early tomorrow morning, otherwise clouds give way to some sun, high tomorrow of 63, partly sunny Friday, and the high of 57. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dr. Joe Sobel on WTSN and WTSNAM1270.com.
Great news from the lighting store. Alan and Brian are back at the old location in Hampton Falls, joined by their daughter Kate. They're at the old location with a new name, Lighting by the Sea. The showroom at Lighting by the Sea is newly renovated and stocked with all new product. Stop in and view the array of outdoor lanterns. Right now, all outdoor lanterns are on sale from 40 to 50% off. Get your home ready for summer with new outdoor lighting from Lighting by the Sea, 87 Lafayette Road, Hampton Falls, or online at lightingbythesea.com.
And we're back at Spaulding High School. Emma Rhodes, the leadoff hitter for Spaulding. She took a strike. She's behind no balls and 1 strike. So the pitcher, Grace County. Here's the 0-1. A little too high. Keeps the count at 1-1. 2 up for Spaulding. The center fielder, Emma Rhodes. She wears number 6. Shannon Colson is playing second base, wearing number 10. Gabby Connolly's a shortstop wearing number 9. We'll get the rest of the lineup in just a second. This one is chopped towards a short. The shortstop Neverett overfields, fires just in time. Got Emma Rhodes by a step, and there's 1 away. Allie Trueworthy bats in the cleanup spot. She's a catcher, wears number 3. Kaylee Patterson is the pitcher for Spaulding in the 5 spot, wearing number 7. Number 18 is Kendall Stanton playing left field. Playing right field is Lydia Bowden. She wears number 16. She bats 7th. Abby Henderson is in the 8th spot playing first and wearing number 8. And Tanika Hussey's the third baseman. She wears number 13. So Shannon Colson steps in from the left side. And she waits the first one from County. It's in the right-hand batter's box for a ball. Ball 1. As you see, a few different pitches in softball than you might in baseball. Baseball, you don't see a rise ball. You might see that from the 2 pitchers today. This one is outside for ball 2, 2-0. Shannon's just a freshman, the daughter of Coach Sheila Colson. This one's on the inside corner for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nashua wears their 2-tone blue uniforms. Kind of look like the Tennessee Titans almost. As this one is chopped right back to the pitcher, fielded nicely by County. She throws over to first to get the second out of the inning. There's 2 away for Gabby Connolly. North wears light blue tops, almost Carolina blue, dark blue pants, and the Carolina blue socks with Titans in dark blue across the front. Well, I got a couple of players wearing visors, though that may change throughout the course of the game. First one to Connolly is inside for ball one. I remember Gabby last year named her bats. Don't believe she has done so this year. Forgot to ask her, which is amazing because she never stops talking. Here's the 1-0. Fouled straight back. That evens the count at 1-1. So when you foul him straight back, you're just missing. Great day to come out and see a ball game. So if you're thinking about leaving work early, do so. I always recommend leaving work early. Tell him Justin said it's okay. This one is chopped towards third, fielded by the third baseman White. She fires over to first in time, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base after one. We're tied at 0. Spaulding and North. You're listening to High School Softball on AM 1270 WTSN and WTSNAM1270.com.
Okay, so can someone explain to me why anyone would want a boat? My neighbors have one, and I just don't see the point. All you do is go around in circles and wave at the other boat owners. Ahoy there. Tally-ho. I mean, I don't wave at strangers when I'm driving my car. I guess it's just a boat thing, whatever. If you ask me, human beings aren't meant to be on boats in the first place. We're land creatures. Better to keep your feet planted on solid ground, I say. Otherwise, you're just asking for trouble. And yet, they do seem happy, and they do spend a lot of time together. Even their kids.
There are people who don't understand the way you live. There's an insurance company that does. Safeco Insurance for auto, home, boat, and more. Coverage by Safeco Insurance Company of American Affiliates, Seattle, Washington. Safeco Insurance. Do more.
Contact Cross Insurance, your local Safeco agent, 475 High Street, Somersworth. That's Cross Insurance, 742-2552 for all your personal insurance needs.
And we're back at Spaulding High School. Nothing here through one full inning of play. Top of the second, 2-up for the Titans. Grace County, the pitcher. Erica White will follow, and Megan Deserick. If anybody gets on base, it'll be Sarah O'Deniro. As County digs in from the right side. North also has their last names on their jerseys, which you don't often see in high school sports. This one is fouled straight up. Trueworthy gets rid of the mask, goes over, and is unable to make the play. She was right up against the fence. Difficult play, and it drops for strike one. Not a lot of foul territory here, and Allie Trueworthy tried to use every bit of it to make the play, just unable to, though. And the count is no balls and one strike. Patterson looks in for the side and delivers. This one is foul tipped into the mitt for strike two. 0-2. Spaulding 2-3 on the season. Trying to get back to 500. The 0-2 is on the outside corner for strike three called. And there's one away. It looked like County might have disagreed with the call, but that's a call she'll want when she's on the mound, that's for sure. And that brings up Erica White, the third baseman. She bats from the right side. The first one is cut on a miss for strike one. So Kaylee Patterson's fastball looks strong early on here. Spaulding coming off a 12-0 win over Londonderry. This one is a line drive left field, but right at the left fielder, Stanton. Just had to move a couple steps to her left to make the play. And there's two away. That's got to be, you hit a ball right on a button like that, but it's right at somebody. And there's two away for Megan Deserick, the second baseman. She bats from the right side. And she lifts it foul first base side, out of play for strike one. Dave Colson's up here with us. He's saying, let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's get our hitters back out there. Deserick awaits the 0-1. Change up but high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Spaulding opened up with a 1-0 loss to Timberlane. They beat Keene at Keene 6-0. That's a fun bus ride. As this one is in there for strike two, 1-2. Lost a 5-2 decision to Alvin, then 4-2 to Pinkerton. Took their frustrations on Londonderry, 12-0. Here's the 1-2 with 2 outs. This one's high and outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deserick awaits the 2-2. Hine outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Patterson doesn't want a walker. Or 2 outs. O'Deniro awaits on deck. Here's the 2-2. Cut on a miss for strike 3. Foul tipped into the mitt. And the side is retired. So no runs, no hits. Nobody left on base after 1.5. It's 0-0. You're listening to high school softball on AM 1270 WTSN and WTSNAM1270.com.
Shooting at the range, just shooting at the range. Bring your guns and your ammo and let's have some fun. But first, spring on over to Renaissance Firearms in Gonick, New Hampshire. We're daily getting in handguns and long guns as well as that rarity called ammunition. As always, our prices are competitive and offered in a friendly, relaxed atmosphere. Even if you're too busy to stop by, look us up on Facebook where we post our newest arrivals. Renaissance is open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 4. Ernie, Bruce, and John are always ready to assist you. Give us a call at 603-994-GUNS. That's 603-994-4867. Renaissance Firearms, 19 Main Street, Gonick, just south of Rochester, New Hampshire. So put a spring in your step and come on in. Even if it's raining, you'll be singing.
Spaulding High School, Justin McIsaac here. 1.5 innings in the books. It's tied at 0-0, Nashua North and Spaulding, as the Spaulding catcher, Allie Trueworthy, steps in. She looks at ball 1. 2 up for the Red Raiders, Allie Trueworthy, Kaylee Patterson, and Kendall Stanton. Lydia Bowden, if anybody gets on base. Here's the 1-0 to Trueworthy. Inside for ball 2. 2-0. Trueworthy will be attending MIT next year. As a Spaulding grad, I think you can count the number of Spaulding grads on one hand that have gone there. This one is lifted deep to right field, but coming over to make the catch is Fortin, and there's one away. Got a little bit under it. And Trueworthy is retired. That brings up Kaylee Patterson, the pitcher. Well, we had the Spaulding softball team on the All-Star High School Sports Show a few weeks ago. I told Allie there was a girl in my class that went to Yale, and, well, you never heard the end of it. This one is a line drive, base hit into left field. And Patterson is aboard. First pitch swinging, and runner on for Kendall Stanton. As Coach Sheila Colson will come over to have a word. I think actually she'll have a word with the umpire. I thought she was going to give the direct signal. There'll be a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Patterson. As it'll be Meg Preventure to run. As you know, in the high school baseball, softball, there's a more re-entry than there is in maybe the baseball you're used to seeing, which is to say there's no re-entering the game in Major League Baseball or Minor League Baseball. It's more like a men's league kind of deal, as this one hits Stanton on the left shin. Actually, it bounced first before it got to her. She doesn't look like she's in any pain, so 2 runners on base for Lydia Bowden. Bowden bats for the left side. There's number 16. She is in right field today. And nobody out. This one is outside for ball 1, 1-0. So a single to Patterson. Then Stanton hit by a pitch, and the Red Raiders are threatening here in the bottom of the second. Here's a 1-0. In there for strike 1. Throw got away, back to the pitcher, got away from County just briefly, but she was able to recover it. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, or 1 out, I should say, and bunt is offered at, tapped foul back towards the screen. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes, so I think Bowden was bunting for a base hit there. It didn't really look like a traditional sacrifice. She showed the bunt late. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out to Lydia Bowden. Here it is from County. Outside for a ball, 2-2. 2 strikes is tough to hold back, even when the pitch is that far outside, but Lydia did a nice job there. Evens the count up at 2. Here's a 2-2. way outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So the count is full. See if the runners are off with the pitch. They get a secondary lead as soon as the pitch crosses through home plate. Here's the 3-2. It is chopped right in front of the mound. It'll roll foul ball, or excuse me, in front of the home plate. That got about 6 feet in front of the plate, and it skittered foul on the third base side. So another 3-2 pitch upcoming. County spins the softball in her hand. Now she's got the sign she wants and delivers. This one is chopped towards first. It'll get foul. So Bowden put it on Quaiton at bat here in the second inning with 2 runners on. Runners getting a workout. They've been off with every swing of the bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. Here it is. In there for strike 3 called. So backwards K for Lydia Bowden. That brings up Abby Henderson, the first baseman. She digs in from the right side. 2 runners on. Spaulding a chance to plate one here at the bottom of the second inning. County delivers, and this one's way outside. Nice stop by the catcher, Reed, to keep the advance from the runners. That was about a foot outside of the left-hand batter's box, and it sent Reed leaping to make the stop. She did a nice job there. So 1-0. This one is chopped towards third. The third baseman has it, and nowhere to go. She wanted to go to third, but nobody was covering, so everybody's safe. Not sure why she didn't just go over to first base, but Spaulding will take it. Bases loaded with 2 outs. I'm a generous scorer. I'll give Henderson an infield single for that one. That brings up Tanika Hussey. Now, no, she didn't make a throw. How could there be an error? This one is outside for ball 1. Tanika Hussey, the third baseman, batting from the right side. Big opportunity for Spaulding here. Bases loaded with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. There's the 1-0. It's lifted foul out of play. Third base side, and that evens the count at 1-1. A healthy rip at that one from Tanika. She taps her cleats off at the bottom of her bat. Takes a practice cut. 1-1 count with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Here it is. Inside in the dirt. Another nice stop from the catcher, Reed. And the count is 2-1. As next week we'll be right back here. Spaulding and Dover. The rivalry continues, this time on the softball diamond. That one's next Thursday night. Here's the pitch. Shot towards short. The shortstop has it over to second. And not in time. A run comes in. Second baseman couldn't handle the throw. Only 60 feet away are the base runners, so you got to be quick. But Hussey reaches. Get that one an E6. I'm not that generous a scorer, as that was kind of a botched play by the shortstop, Neverett. Bases are still loaded, and that brings up Emma Rhodes. And the first one is ball 1. Rhodes bounced out to shorter first time up. Big opportunity as the top of the order comes up for the Red Raiders. This one is a line drive. Left field. It'll get over the left fielder's head. 1 run is in. Here comes the second. This will clear the bases. Around second goes Rhodes. She's headed for third. She is in there sliding with a bases clearing 3 RBI triple. Wow, she hit a rocket to left field over the left fielder Cook's head and didn't stop running until she slid into third base. 4-0 Spaulding. So that's what you expect out of your leadoff hitter at the top of the order. Rhodes collects 3 ribbies. It's 4-0 Spaulding. The Red Raiders are still batting. Shan Colson is up. This one is outside for ball 1. Colson grounded out to the pitcher in the first inning. She's trying to cash in Emma Rhodes from third. This is on the outside corner for strike 1, 1-1. What a rocket that was off the bat of Emma Rhodes. Rolled all the way to the fence in left field right in front of the scoreboard. Here's the 1-1. Bunt is shown. It's laid down. It's going to roll foul third base side. Not a bad idea. The count is 1-2. Certainly you're not expecting a bunt with 2 outs and a runner on third. County gets ahead 1 and 2. She needs this out, trying to limit the damage to 4 runs. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. This one is a shot to right field. That is going to be over the right fielder's head. A run comes in. Colson is on her way to second. She's going to make the turn and head for third. Here comes the relay. No, there'll be no relay throw. It's back-to-back triples for Spaulding, and it's 5-0. So that was another shot, ripped to right field. The right fielder Ford had trouble with the sun. It got over her head. And that brings up Gabby Connolly with a runner on third. And the first one of Connolly's in the dirt, bounces off the catcher, and actually spins back to the pitcher. That looked like one of my sand wedges, or how I imagine they should go. So 1 ball, no strikes. Connolly grounded out to third her first time up. Hit it right down the line, but right at the third baseman, White. She's ahead 1-0. And, ooh, this one hits her right on the 9 on her back, and that hurt a bit as Gabby throws down her bat in frustration. She runs down to first, trying to work that out. You could hear that all the way up here. Certainly County's not trying to hit anybody, down 5-0, but doesn't make it hurt any less. So Connolly reaches with a hit by pitch. That brings up Allie Trueworthy as time is called by Nashua North coach Wake Stillman. He'll head out for a conference with his pitcher. We're trying to calm Grace County down. Gave up 5 runs and then hit a batter, so that's the second hit batsman in the inning. Actually, as she hit Kendall Stanton earlier on. So on first, and Shannon Colson on third. Brings up Allie Trueworthy, who led off the inning. She flew out to right field. All right. She gets some instructions from coach. The conference is over, and we're ready to go. Gabby Connolly looks like she's going to be okay. Tried to turn away from that pitch, but it hit her right on the 9 on the back of her jersey. There's the first one to Trueworthy, and Connolly is off of the pitch. She will steal second without a throw. So a stolen base for Gabby. That puts 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. This one is on the outside corner for strike 1 to Trueworthy. Trueworthy trying to avoid making 2 outs in 1 inning, which we had a Spaulding player do the other day. As this one is lifted to right center, over goes the right fielder Fortin. She goes off her glove, and 2 runs will come home. That's the Sunfield over and right. Gabby Connolly and Shannon Colson come home to score. It's now 7-0 Spaulding, and the Red Raiders are still batting. So an E7 there, or excuse me, E9. And that brings up Kaylee Patterson. She launches a line drive to left field. That will get just foul. Now she hit that on a line, but just turned a little too much on it, and it's foul for strike 1. Patterson earlier this inning singled, came around to score. Or actually, Meg Provencher came around to score. A courtesy runner, but here's the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. So some shaky defense and some line shots have helped the Red Raiders grab 7 runs here. This one is a bouncer towards short. Over to first, and just in time to get Patterson. That retires the side. But not before Spaulding sends 7 runners across the plate. At the end of 2, it's Spaulding 7, Nashua North nothing. You're listening to High School Softball on AM 1270 WTSN and WTSNAM1270.com.
Okay, so can someone explain to me why anyone would want a boat? My neighbors have one, and I just don't see the point. All you do is go around in circles and wave at the other boat owners. Ahoy there. Tally-ho. I mean, I don't wave at strangers when I'm driving my car. I guess it's just a boat thing, whatever. If you ask me, human beings aren't meant to be on boats in the first place. We're land creatures. Better to keep your feet planted on solid ground, I say. Otherwise, you're just asking for trouble. And yet, they do seem happy. And they do spend a lot of time together. Even their kids.
There are people who don't understand the way you live. There's an insurance company that does. Safeco Insurance for auto, home, boat, and more. Coverage by Safeco Insurance Company of America and affiliates, Seattle, Washington. Safeco Insurance. Do more.
Contact Cross Insurance, your local Safeco agent, 475 High Street, Somersworth. That's Cross Insurance, 742-2552 for all your personal insurance needs.
Top of the third inning at Spaulding High School, the Red Raiders have grabbed a 7-0 lead on the Nashua North Titans. Duo for the Titans, it's the 8-9-1 hitters, Sarah O'Deniro, Allie Fortin, and Hannah Neverett. It'll be Cassie Page if anybody gets on. Back to work goes Kaylee Patterson. She's allowed just one hit in 2 innings of work. Hopefully that doesn't jinx her. Don't forget tonight the Yankees are in Tampa Bay. Final game of a 3-game set. 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock first pitch right here on WTSN. John Sterling, Susan Waldman will bring you all the action. So in from the left side steps Sarah O'Deniro as the first one is outside for a ball. 1-0. Spaulding trying to get back to 500 on the season. The 1-0 is cut on a miss for strike one. Fastball here, pop the catcher's mitt. That counts even at a ball and a strike. This one is a little bit low and outside for ball 2, 2-1. As Patterson does some landscaping in front of the pitcher's mound. Two balls, one strike, way outside for a ball, 3-1. On deck awaits the number 9 hitter, Allie Fortin. Only 10 players on the roster today for Nashua North. And this one catches the outside corner for strike 2, 3-2. They only have one game scheduled this week, and they have been a victim of the April vacation today. 3-2. A little bit high for ball 4, so the leadoff hitter, O'Deniro walks, and that brings up Allie Fortin. Well, if you're Spaulding, you don't want to give North a bunch of base runners to play with. Give them a chance to get back into this thing. As now Wake Stillman is out for a conversation with both the umpires. Not sure what the conversation's all about. Might be asking about the pitching motion of Patterson. And actually, now they'll dust off the pitching rubber. I think maybe that's why he wants to make sure the foot of the Spaulding pitcher Patterson is still on the rubber. The pitcher's rubber had been covered up in the infield dirt. But now it's all clear. And now we're ready to go. Here's Allie Fortin batting from the left side. Twirls the bat around. Now we're ready to go. This one's outside for a ball. 1-0. Seven-run lead for Spaulding here in the top of the third. 7-0. This one's in the dirt. Nice stop by Trueworthy. Keeps it in front of her. Two balls and no strikes. Now time is called. Is Coach Stillman going to have a word with the batter, Fortin, and Sheila Colson will take that opportunity to go have a word with her pitcher. Kaylee Patterson probably saying, hey, you're up 7-0, throw strikes. They can't hit a 7-run homer, that's for sure. Never seen it done. Don't think I'll ever see it done. The dual conferences are over. And as we often do during baseball games and softball games, to mention Joe Riker because she's listening, she tweets in. Spaulding Tennis got a win today, which they did not expect to do for a while. They beat Salem 5-4. Congratulations to Spaulding boys tennis as the 2-0 is outside for a ball 3-0. Spaulding's taking on Dover tomorrow in tennis, and I've been ordered to be there. This one's right down the pipe for strike one. Nick McGregor badgering me into going to witness the Spaulding and Dover tennis rivalry, and I've assured him I will be there. 3-1 on the outside corner for strike two. 3 balls, 2 strikes, so Patterson got behind 3-0. Now she's worked back to fill up the count at 3-2. Here it is with a runner on first. Foul back out of play. And we'll do it again. Spaulding boys tennis, one of the more entertaining interviews we've had ever in the history of the All-Star High School Sports Show. Here's the 3-2. Swung on a miss for strike 3. So nice job by Patterson battling all the way back from 3-0 to strike out Fortin. And there's one away. And that brings to the top of the order Hannah Neverett. First one of hers way outside for ball one. Neverett grounded out to short back in the first inning. She's got a runner on first in the form of Oda Nero. This one's chopped right back to the pitcher. Knocked out by Patterson. One play to first in time. And there's 2 away. Well, that was on her in a heartbeat. Did a good job to knock it down with her glove. Only play she had was to first. That's where she went. And there's 2 away for Cassie Page. Page popped out to third her first time up. As Trueworthy gives instructions to her fielders. Cassie had a towering fly ball in the first inning that kind of turned Tanika Hussey inside out, but she managed to make the play. This one is a little bit high for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on second as Odanero did advance on the ground out. This one's low for ball 2, 2-0. And Cassie Page hit a long fly ball double against Dover, so she does have some pop. This one's high for a ball 3-0, and Kaylee Patterson's got the open base to work with. Although Ellen Cook has the only Titan hit in the ball game. This one's in there for a strike. Three balls and 1 strike. Here's the 3-1 with 2 outs. This one is lifted high in the air. Foul territory, but playable. Gabby Connolly can't quite get over there to make the play, and it drops for strike 2. She had to go a long way to try and grab that one. And the fielders all looking up into the sun when the ball's in the air. A lot of them have sunglasses on. Most of the Spaulding fielders have hats on. And the count is 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the third, 7-0 Spaulding. Cut out a miss, strike 3, and the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, 1 left on base. After 2.5, it's Spaulding 7, North nothing. You're listening to high school softball on AM 1270 WTSN. WTSNAM1270.com.
On the go? Need energy? Try Aroma Joe's new Wicked Rush Energy Drink. Get more for your money in the 24-ounce freaky flavor-infused Rush Energy Drink. Get the energy you need and make your taste buds launch. Rush. To learn more, follow Aroma Joe's on Facebook or Twitter at Aroma Joe's Coffee. Aroma Joe's Coffee. 17 locations in New Hampshire and southern Maine. To find one near you, visit aromajoes.com. Aroma Joe's. Blast off with a Wicked Rush Energy Drink.
Looking for a taste of summer all year long? Think Warren's Lobster House in Kittery. Since 1940, Warren's has set the standard for great food at great prices. Located in the southern tip of the Maine coast overlooking the Piscataqua River, Warren's Lobster House offers great seafood, lobster, steak, and the Seacoast's finest salad bar, featuring over 60 fresh items. Great service amid a comfortable and casual family atmosphere round out the dining experience. To see current promotions, visit them at lobsterhouse.com or like them on Facebook.
Back here at the bottom of the third inning, Spaulding and North. Spaulding leads 7-0. 2 up for the Red Raiders. Kendall Stanton, Lydia Bonin, and Abby Henderson. Tanika Hussey, if anybody reaches. As the North pitcher Grace County has donned a visor if you're scoring at home. She started off without one. Now she has one. This one is lifted high in the air. Foul territory. Will it get out of play? It stayed in play, but unable to make a play was the catcher, Reed. And it falls for strike one. Stanton was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Came around to score. On the Emma Rhodes triple. No balls and 1 strike. So catches the inside corner for strike 2. 0-2. Bunch of games for you next week. As Monday we're at Co-Brown. Portsmouth will take on Co-Brown in baseball. Then Thursday we're right back here as the 0-2's outside for ball 1. And Spaulding and Dover lock horns in softball under the lights. That one's at 7 o'clock for the Green Wave and the Red Raiders. Here's the 1-2. Outside for a ball, 2-2. And then Friday, Summersworth and Campbell will do battle, our first Summersworth game of the year. So a whole bunch of baseball next week and softball, as this one is outside for ball 3-2. Stanton has worked the count full. And she waits the 3-2 pitch. This one is chopped towards third, past the third baseman, a hot shot. And it's a single for Stanton. So she's been on base twice today. And that brings up Lydia Bowden. She struck out looking her first time up. That was just a rocket. And if you have ever played slow pitch softball, it's the same dimension. So the third baseman is right on top of the hitter. In fact, the third baseman for North, Erica White, she wears a sort of a catcher's mask in case she line drive sneaks up on her. You'll see some of the pitchers and the third baseman will wear those masks. There's a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Outside for ball 2, 2-0. And one of the pitchers that wears that mask is Portsmouth Christian Academy pitcher Alicia Vining, who I will be taking on mano a mano. As the 2-0 is in there for strike 1. To raise money for the Avon Walk against breast cancer. You can donate to our team, the Babe Bosom Buddies, our sister station, 98.7 The Bay. This one is low for ball 3, 3-1. We're going to broadcast the PCA Epping game on May 9th. And then afterwards, Alicia's going to throw me 10 pitches. And we're going to see who's better, me or her. I think it's me, but the 3-1 is in there for strike 2. You can donate to help raise money to fight breast cancer. Go to WTSNAM1270.com or 987thebay.com. You can donate and indicate which team you're on. You're on Team Justin or Team Alicia. The 3-2 is line, a shot, but foul, first base side. I hit the big old tree that's up against the fence in foul territory in right field here at Spaulding. Another 3-2 pitch. So yeah, donate money to help fight breast cancer. And actually, you can come out and watch as I try to hit a fast pitch softball. I'm pretty confident I'm going to hit, out of 10 pitches, I think I'll hit 7 home runs. Possibly 8. 3-2 is grounded right back to the pitcher, who goes over to second for 1. No play at first, but the lead runner, Stanton, is cut down. 1-6. So Bowden reaches on a fielder's choice, and there's one away for Abby Henderson. So yeah, if you go to WTSNAM1270.com, make a donation, and indicate, I expect all of you to indicate you're on Team Justin. I'd be quite disappointed if that's not the case. The first one to Henderson is low for ball 1. This one is shot between the hole at short and third. Nice play by the shortstop to grab him. She's got no play. As never got over to it. Made a sliding stop, but too late to get Bowden at second or Henderson at first. So there's 2 on and 1 out for Tanika Hussey. Hussey reached on an error first time out, which brought in the first Spaulding run of the game. She came around to score. This one is, just foul, third base side. Hit a rocket. Foul by about 8 to 12 inches. Just past the bag at third, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Spaulding, though, has been right on just about every offering out of the right hand of Grace County. So 2 on, 1 out. Count no balls and 1 strike. This one is chopped towards short. Double play opportunity. Over to third for 1, and that's it. The lead runner is cut down. Tough to turn 2 in girls softball. The bases are so close to each other, but Bowdoin is erased 6-5. Everybody keeping score at home. And there's 2 outs for Emma Rhodes. Emma Rhodes tripled in 3 runs in the second inning, and she takes strike 1. In the first inning, she grounded out to short. This one is outside, gets away from the catcher. There go the runners, and they will advance without a throw as Henderson goes over to third. Hussey gets to second. Call that one a pass ball. Kind of bounced off the mitt of Reed, who's had a great day defensively so far. This one bounces in there for ball 1. 1-1. Or excuse me, it's 1-1. I'm a little confused there. That's all right. 1 ball, 1 strike. This one is chopped towards short. Shortstop has it over to first in time, and the side is retired. So no runs on 2 hits, 2 left on base after 3 full. It's 7-0 Spaulding. You're listening to high school softball on AM 1270 WTSN and WTSN AM1270.com.
Mike Rowe here to Ford Dealership with Fiona, a service advisor. Hi, Fiona.
Hi, Mike.
What's today's lecture?
Today's advice is about tires.
Okay, advise me.
You should have your tire pressure checked, the tread depth inspected, and the tires rotated regularly.
That sounded a lot like a lecture.
It's part of the overall wellness of your vehicle.
Restore your ride with the $60 mail-in rebate on 4 select name brand tires, plus another $60 when you use the Ford Service credit card. That's $120. Subject to credit approval. Rebate by check. Offer cannot be combined. See participating Ford dealer for details through 5/31/13.
Introducing a faster way to push to talk. AT&T Enhanced Push to Talk. AT&T delivers more of what your business needs. Instant communication, up to 1,000 contacts, plus a broad array of devices and platforms. Visit att.com/enhancedptt3 to get your business started with a free Samsung Rugby 3. You push to talk, we pushed it further. AT&T. Rethink possible.
Limited time offer. Free phone on new activations only. Requires 2-year commitment to eligible voice and data plans plus activation of AT&T Enhanced Push to Talk service.
So 3 innings in the books. It's 7-0 Spaulding. Red Raiders 7 runs on 6 hits. And they have made no errors so far. The Titans no runs on 1 hit. They made 2 errors. As due up for the Titans, the 3, 4, 5 hitters, Ellen Cook, Haley Reed, and Grace County. As Cook leads off, she's got the only Titan hit of the ball game. Steps in from the left side, I should say, and takes strike 1. Cook singled on a 3-2 pitch back in the first. It was left stranded. Hopefully somebody sent her a care package. This one bounces for a ball, 1-1. I think that was a headline on The Onion once. Runner left stranded at third dies. Starvation they might have put. That's The Onion for you. 1-1. A little bit high for ball 2, 2-1. 7-0 Spaulding here in the top of the 4th. On a gorgeous day for softball, baseball, anything outdoors basically. This one is cut on a miss for strike 2. That evens the count at 2-2. So if you're one of those 9 to 5 people, just make up a reason to leave work now. This one is fouled back to the screen. Cook had to fight that one off. It was high and tight, but managed to get part of her bat on it. Count holds at 2-2. And when your boss asks you why you're leaving work, you say, the guy on the radio told me it was okay. And they should be fine with that. 2-2 is lifted to center field. And deep, back goes Rhodes. She makes the running catch, and there's one away. Nice play by Rhodes fighting the sun. Had to move over towards left center to make the play, and there's one away for Haley Reed. Reed popped up to third. Back in the first inning. Where's number 33? my old guy baseball team offers that number. That's one of my finalists, but I'm not sure they will. This one is cut on a miss for strike one. As Patterson has 4 strikeouts on the afternoon. She has walked 1 batter, and this one misses for ball 1, 1-1. Talking this over with my son Cameron, because these are the important things we talk about. What number should I pick for the old guy baseball league this year? He said his first choice was 42. This one fouled right back over the screen and over the broadcast booth. So I was not able to make a play on that. Cameron immediately said 42 would be a good number. I agreed, but I'm not sure if what's going to be offered. Depends on what the manager gets for uniforms. The 1-2 is on the outside corner. Strike 3 called, and Haley Reed is a strikeout victim. That brings up Grace County. She went down looking her first time up back in the second inning. She bats with 2 away. 7-0 Spaulding here, top of the 4th inning. There's the first one to her. It is waved at, miss for strike 1. Except for 1 walk and a couple of 3-2 counts in the second inning. Patterson's been in control. This one's chopped towards third, but foul. And Patterson gets ahead 0-2. 2-3 Spaulding Red Raiders wearing their red uniforms with Spaulding and script across the front, similar to the baseball uniforms. This one is golfed at a miss for strike 3. Trueworthy's got to fire over to first, and she does, and that retires the side. So no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. After 3.5, it's Spaulding 7, North nothing. You're listening to high school softball on AM 1270 WTSN and WTSNAM1270.com.
Wentworth Douglas Hospital, the Seacoast leading medical center, is always doing more. The Seacoast Cancer Center, Trauma Center, Sleep Disorder Center, the Birth Center, the Center for Pain Management, Stroke Care, and Cardiovascular Services. All of these, along with the combination of skilled staffing and state-of-the-art diagnostic and imaging capabilities, are part of what makes Wentworth Douglas Hospital the Seacoast leading medical center.
Open Mic with Mike Pomp on WTSN AM 1270.
It's the longest running local talk show in the Seacoast of New Hampshire and Southern Maine, Open Mic, and we talk about it all. Join the conversation weekday mornings at 11. From raising the speed limits of medical marijuana to taxing your beer and gas, and the latest from the state houses in Concord and Augusta. Open Mic. Let's talk about it.
Open Mic with Mike Pomp on WTSN AM 1270. Number 1 for news, talk, and sports on the Seacoast.
We're back at Spaulding High School. Bottom of the 4th inning. Due up for the Red Raiders. It's Shannon Colson, Gabby Connolly, and Allie Trueworthy. Kaylee Patterson, if anybody gets on base. Colson tripled home a run back in the 3rd inning. She's 1 for 2 with a ribby today. She grounded out to the pitcher in the 1st. And she steps in from the left side and waits the first one from County, who has now abandoned that visor. And this one is way outside for ball 1. So County's gone 1 inning with the visor, if you're keeping track, and this is her start of her 3rd inning without it. As the 1-0 is high for ball 2, 2-0. Coming to you from Spaulding High School, Justin McIsaac bringing you this one on AM 1270 WTSN. Dover, Portsmouth, and Southern Maine. Rochester, too. That's where we are. You're home for high school sports on the Seacoast. 2-0 is low for ball 3, 3-0. So Colson can wait for what she likes. And this one is high and tight for ball 4, so Colson works a walk to lead off the 4th. And that'll bring up Gabby Connolly. Gabby was hit square in the back by a pitch in the 2nd inning, came around to score. I mean, square. I'm going to re-listen to this at some point, just hear how loud that thud was, because that made me wince. First one to Gabby is in there for strike 1, 0-1. Bottom of the 4th, 7-0 Spaulding.
Connolly redigs in. Awaits the 0-1. This one is tapped towards second. A hit and run play. Second baseman goes over to first in time. Desirac made a nice play. She had to charge on that ball as Colson was off when the ball got through the plate area. And there's one away for Allie Trueworthy. Trueworthy in the second inning. Both of her at-bats came in the second. She flew out to right, and she reached on an error by the right fielder. Colson scooted over to second on the ground out by Connolly, so the quasi-sacrifice. Runner in scoring position for Trueworthy. First one is on the outside corner for strike one. Trueworthy permits to play softball at MIT next year. This one is right back up the box for a base hit. Colson around third, makes the turn. She's going to try and score. In comes the throw. It's up the third baseline. And it's 8-0 Spaulding on the throw. Over to second goes Trueworthy. And the Red Raiders have an 8-0 lead. So an RBI for Trueworthy. It's 8-0. Sarah Sullivan saying mercy, but the Titans will get another opportunity to bat. It's got to be 10-0. This one is bounced up the middle by Patterson. Fielding and firing is County for the second out of the inning. As Kaylee Patterson had been 1 for 2 with a run scored. Now she's 1 for 3. First pitch swinging. And there's 2 away for Kendall Stanton. Kendall was hit by a pitch in the second. Came around to score. She singled in the third, but was erased on a force out. And this one is popped up. Foul territory. The catcher grabs it. And that is the end of the fourth inning. So after 4 innings of play, Spaulding grabs 1 run in the fourth. After 4 full, it's 8-0 Red Raiders. You're listening to high school softball on AM 1270 WTSN and WTSN AM1270.com.
Safeco Insurance. Do more.
Contact Cross Insurance, your local Safeco agent, 475 High Street, Somersworth. That's Cross Insurance, 742-2552 for all your personal insurance needs.
Top of the 5th inning, the Red Raiders lead the Nashua North Titans 8-0. 2 up for the Titans in the top of the 5th. Erica White, Megan Deserick, and Sarah Odeniro. Allie Fortin, if anybody gets on base, the 6, 7, 8 hitters, is back to work goes Kaylee Patterson. Her first one is lifted high towards left field, playable. As moving over and making the catch is Stanton, and there's 1 away. That was a towering fly ball. The wind kind of picked up just a bit and pushed it over towards the foul line. It was caught in fair territory for the first out of the inning. So that's the second time Erica White has flown out to left. That brings up Megan Deserick. Deserick struck out swinging back in the second. Here's the first one from Patterson. It is cut on a miss for strike 1. Patterson has allowed just the 1 hit so far. That came back in the very first inning. She's been in control. This one is high and tight for a ball 1. It helps when your team gets you a 7-0 lead after 2. Makes it a little easier to pitch. There's the 1-1 to Deserick, high and outside for ball 2, 2-1. Don't forget, later this evening, it's the Yankees and the Rays. Almost called them the Devil Rays, but they were the Devil Rays 5 years ago. This one is cut on a miss for strike 2, 2-2. The Yankees and the Rays. Alex Cobb versus Andy Pettit, 6:30. John and Susan have the pregame for you right here on WTSN. So 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out to Megan Deserick. Here it is, way inside for ball 3, and the count runs full. I'd like to see John Sterling do a girls' softball game. Moves slightly faster than a Yankee game does. This one is foul back. Not that I judged it, not that I'm saying he couldn't do it. I'm just saying I would like to see that. Not like, oh, I'd like to see that, but I would like to see it. It's all in how you say it. That one was fouled back to the screen, and the count holds at 3-2. As Patterson delivers. Cut out a miss for strike 3, and there are 2 away for Sarah Odeniro. That's the 7th strikeout for Kaylee Patterson, by the way, as Odinero digs in from the left side. She walked her first time up. This one is outside for ball one. It's just the second base runner in the game for North. Patterson has come out throwing smoke. This one is cut on a miss for strike one. It's on the outside corner. Odinero couldn't catch up to it. 1-1 with 2 outs. Spaulding up 8-0. Ooh, this one over the head. Got away from Patterson. Ducking out of the way for dear life was Odinero, and the count is 2-1. That is what you call buzzing the tower. He's going to grab the rosin bag as Kaylee Patterson. That might have slipped out of her hand. Here's the 2-1. This one is lifted foul. Straight back, out of play. And the count is even at 2-2. Deuces are wild on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
You just heard the umpire repeat what I said, because he wasn't listening. Here it is. On the outside corner, strike 3 called. The 8th strikeout of the game for Patterson, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down after 4.5. It's Spaulding 8, North nothing. You're listening to high school softball on AM 1270 WTSN. WTSNAM1270.com.
Thanks for coming into the bank, Mr. Jones. I prepared an estimate of our fees and closing costs to refinance your mortgage.
What? $6,000? That's a lot of money.
Yes, but think about how lucky you are to get a mortgage from a big bank that's been around 150 years.
Don't pay your bank thousands of dollars in fees and closing costs to refinance your mortgage. Call Cash Call at 877-860-CASH. Get a 2.5% rate and APR fixed for 15 years with no fees and no closing costs of any kind without raising your loan balance. Don't be a dummy. Save your money. Make the Cash Call now to 877-860-CASH. That's 877-860-CASH or go to cashcall.com. Call 877-860-CASH. Cash Call Inc. Equal housing lender. Applicant must meet credit and income requirements. Rates subject to change without notice. See website or call 866-900-8744 for terms and restrictions. NMLS unique identifier 38512.
Bottom of the 5th inning, 2 up for Spaulding. We will have a pinch hitter as it looks like Mariah Tebow will bat for Lydia Bowden. No relation to Tim. They spell their names differently. Mariah wears number 15 as Sheila Colson is informing the umpires of the pinch hitting situation. Spaulding, if they manage to get 2 across here in the bottom of the 5th, that would be the end of the game by the 10-run mercy rule, which our producer Sarah Sullivan is desperately hoping for. She says she has work to do. What could be more important than what's on the air at any given time, Sarah? Come on. So Tebow will bat for Bowden. Doesn't mean Bowden's day is done, just means Tebow is hitting for her. You can re-enter in high school softball. She bats from the right side. Where's number 15? And she's ready for the first one from County. It was in there for strike 1. Just caught the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Meg Provencher has come out on deck, as this one is low for a ball, 1-1. Red Sox game is just getting underway. We'll keep you apprised if there's any scoring, as this one bounces in there for ball 2, 2-1. Of course, we have the Yankees for you later on, and Friday night the Celtics try to get back into the series. We've got 2-0 to the Knicks. They'll try to make it a 2-1 series. This one is chopped towards third. Nice stop by the third baseman, White. She fires over to first in time for the first out of the inning. That was right down the line, and White got over in front of the bag, made the play. And there's one out for Provencher, who will bat for Abby Henderson. Provencher did score a run, pinch running, or courtesy running, I guess, for Kaylee Patterson. And she takes the first one inside, or on the inside corner for strike 1. So Henderson had been 2 for 2. This one is cut on a miss for strike 2. It was a little bit high, an off-speed pitch. Looked like Provencher might have already been committed to the swing. So She's in hitter's jail. No balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Bottom of the 5th. 8-0 Spaulding. This one is chopped towards short. The shortstop, Neverett has it. Throws in time for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Tanner Legg, who will bat for Tanika Hussey. Hussey has, well, she's 0 for 1 officially. Reached on an error, came around to score. Actually, 0 for 2 officially. She's reached twice, but on a fielder's choice and an error, so that makes you 0 for 2 as the first one to Lang is in there for strike 1. This one is lifted behind second base. This could be trouble. It will be grabbed by the center fielder, Page. Nice running catch. And that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down after 5 full. It's 8-0 Spaulding. You're listening to high school softball on AM 1270 WTSN at WTSNAM1270.com.
On the go? Need energy? Try Aroma Joe's new Wicked Rush Energy Drink. Get more for your money in the 24-ounce Freaky Flavor Infused Rush Energy Drink. Get the energy you need and make your taste buds launch. Rush. To learn more, follow Aroma Joe's on Facebook or Twitter at Aroma Joe's Coffee. Aroma Joe's Coffee. 17 locations in New Hampshire and southern Maine. To find one near you, visit aromajoes.com. Aroma Joe's, blast off with a Wicked Rush Energy Drink.
Fox Sports Radio on WTSN.
Why are you asking all these questions?
A full-service sports and entertainment establishment.
You talk about bringing out the stars.
A bunch of ex-athletes with an axe to grind.
I'm a very fine, physically tuned athlete.
Dudes with faces only a mother could love.
This thing is going to get ugly in a lot of different ways.
Hey, that's why we're on the radio.
You listen to this show every day and you're not insulted. That's it. I'm out of here.
Let go. Just keeping it positive.
I'm into the positive side of the story.
Fox Sports Radio on WTSN.
Top of the 6th inning, 8-0 Spaulding. New pitcher for the Red Raiders as Kendall Stanton will take over on the mound. She moves from left field, so make the appropriate adjustments in your scorebooks. It is now Stanton on the mound. See if I can see out towards the left and see who's out there. Looks like Shannon Colson. Thank you, Dave Colson, helping us out. So Colson moves from second to left. Then we'll have to see who's at second. And it looks like it's Nick Provencher, but we'll make that official in just a second, as stepping in and taking ball one is Allie Fortin. It is Provencher at second now. And we also have a new third base. I got all sorts of changes for you. Hang on. As this one is check swing fouled back for strike one. Dave Colson really saving my bacon here. Let me know there's changes everywhere. There's changes all over the field. Oh, hold on, Dave. I'll catch up. Hold on. Kaylee Patterson has moved to right. That means Lydia Bowden must be somewhere, as this one is in there for strike two, 1 and 2. As Fortin is 0 for 1 on the day, she is struck out. And here's the 1-2. Cut out a miss for strike 3, so first batter for Stanton is a strikeout victim. There's one away for Hannah Neverett. All right, let's see. So at third now is Tanner Legg. Okay. The leadoff hitter Neverett steps in. Hold on, Dave. Hold on. Neverett's 0 for 2 as she takes the first one in there for strike 1. I got to keep track of the actual game, too, not just who's where. And here's the 0-1. It's low for ball 1, 1-1. Okay, so now we have a new first baseman as well for Spaulding. That's what Mariah Tebow is over there. So I think that just about catches us up. This one is high and outside for ball 2, 2-1. Well, Lydia Bowden must be in the dugout now. I'm trying to look to see if I see her over there, but Coach Colson tells me that's correct. This one is high for ball 3, 3-1. In the on-deck circle, Cassie Page, who's 0 for 2 today. So it's a good 5 innings for Patterson. This one is a little bit too far inside for ball 4, so Neverett reaches with a 1-out walk. And that brings up Cassie Page. Page popped out to third and struck out swinging. She's 0 for 2. Give me the final line for Kaylee Patterson in just a second. If I can make my pencil work correctly. It's operator error. And first one to Page is in there for strike one. Going to stand in relief of Patterson. Patterson 5 innings pitched. Just one hit allowed, no runs. She walked one and she struck out 8. In line for the win. This one is fouled back out of play. Evens the count at 1. Hit something hard back there. Wasn't my car. The WTSN car is not in that area. It is off towards. Somebody would have to hit an absolute bomb way foul to left. In fact, I'll give $1 if somebody could hit the WTSN car. How about that? This one is high outside for ball 2, 2-1. So we'll recap the defensive changes in just a second here in case you didn't write all down. I know everybody at home is keeping score, along with us up here in the booth. This one is a ball, a stolen base attempt, and the throw from Trueworthy is in time for the second out of the inning. So Neverett was trying to steal second, and Trueworthy came up firing. Connolly was there covering second, and caught stealing 2 to 6 is Neverett. There's 2 away now. The count is 3-1 on Cassie Page. Or excuse me, it's 2-2. And this one is lifted foul, first base side out of play. And the count holds at 2-2. Thought the last pitch was a ball. I apologize. So Patterson is in right field for Spaulding. That was one of the many changes. This one is chopped towards third. Over comes Lang. She fields, fires in time, and gets the runner by a step. And the side is retired. So, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base after 5.5. It's 8-0 Spaulding. You're listening to high school softball on AM 1270 WTSN and WTSNAM1270.com.
Looking for a taste of summer all year long? Think Warren's Lobster House in Kittery. Since 1940, Warren's has set the standard for great food at great prices. Located in the southern tip of the Maine coast overlooking the Piscataqua River, Warren's Lobster House offers great seafood, lobster, steak, and the Seacoast's finest salad bar, featuring over 60 fresh items. Great service amid a comfortable and casual family atmosphere round out the dining experience. To see current promotions, visit them at lobsterhouse.com or like them on Facebook.
WTSN's Open Mic program welcomes back psychic medium John Holland. I'm Mike Pomp, inviting you to join us Friday morning, April 26th at 11 o'clock. We have rescheduled our guest, John Holland. John is one of the most respected psychic mediums in the world. Open Mic with my guest, John Holland, all brought to you by Pet Passages Memorial Center and Crematory, by Purdy Funeral Service. Learn more at purdyfuneralservice.com and click on Pet Services. Psychic medium John Holland, rescheduled for Friday morning, April 26th at 11 o'clock on Open Mic on WTSN.
It's the bottom of the 6th inning here at Spaulding High School. The Red Raiders lead the Titans 8-0 as Emma Rhodes takes ball 1 low. Top of the order up for Spaulding, the 1-2-3 hitters, Rhodes, Colson, and Connolly. Allie Trueworthy if anybody reaches. This one is chopped towards third. Over to grab it is White. She fires. It was in time, but the first baseman came off the bag and juggled the ball, and reaching is Rhodes. I think you got to give an error to the third baseman on that one. As the ball, ball was being juggled and then dropped. So 1 on for Shannon Coulson, who is 1 for 1 or 1 for 2 officially. She grounded out to first in the first. This one is in there for strike 1. She tripled home a run as the Red Raiders hit back-to-back triples in the second. And then she came around to score in the second. Walked and came around to score in the fourth. You know what? A bunt is laid down in front of the mound. The pitcher, County's out to get it. Fires over to first. Not in time. All the way over to third goes Rhodes. Never stopped running. And that is the best kind of sacrifice bunt. One that gets you on base and sends the runner over to third. So Rhodes never stopped running on the bunt. It was a beautiful bunt from Colson. And she's on first. Rhodes is on third. Nobody out for Gabby Connolly. Gabby is 0 for 2 officially. This one is chopped towards third. Colson was off of the pitch. The throw is in time. The run comes home in the form of Rhodes. So give an RBI to Connolly. And she's erased 5-3, but the run comes in the back door. It's 9-0 Spaulding. Over to second goes Colson. And it's 9-0 Red Raiders. That brings up Allie Trueworthy. Allie is 1 for 3 officially on the day. She flew out to right, reached on an error, and then singled home a run. That was in the fourth. And a base hit here could end the ball game as we're in the bottom of the sixth. Red Raiders up 9-0. They get another run home. That'd be 10, and the mercy rule would kick in, and that would end the game. There's the first one to Allie. She chops it towards third. White has it over to first in time. And that is the second out of the inning. Over to third goes Colson. And there's 2 away for Kaylee Patterson. Patterson is 1 for 3 on the day. She singled, and then her courtesy runner came around to score in the second. She also grounded out to short in the second. Taps this one towards first. Could be trouble. First baseman flips over the second baseman covering in time. Nicely done. And the side is retired. So the Titans survived to play one more inning. We'll head to the top of the seventh. Spaulding gets 1 run on 1 hit with 1 left on base after 6 full. It's 9-0 Red Raiders. You're listening to high school softball on AM 1270 WTSN at WTSN AM1270.com.
And now a very important message from Colony Auto Company and Body Works, located at 880 Central Avenue in Dover.
You know, it happens. No matter what the season, sometimes driving conditions, well, they're not perfect. Maybe you were going a little too fast, or maybe another driver ran into your vehicle. Accidents do happen that require auto repairs, and that's why you need to know about Colony Auto Company and Body Works of Dover. Colony Auto Company will provide you with a damage estimate, and they will negotiate with your insurance provider to make sure your vehicle is repaired to your satisfaction. For over 30 years, Colony Auto Company has specialized in expert collision repair using only state-of-the-art technology. The friendly staff at Colony can help you through an unpleasant situation. Plus, they'll answer all of your questions. No one wants to have an accident, but they do happen, and it's good to know about Colony Auto Company and Body Works. Collision repairs by caring professionals. That's Colony Auto Company and Body Works, 880 Central Avenue in Dover, where you're always treated with the courtesy and professionalism that you deserve.
That's the last call for the Titans. Top of the seventh, 9-0 Spaulding. Nashua North needs 9 to keep this one going. Stranger things have happened, but they'll have to get something going right now as due up the 3, 4, 5 hitters. Ellen Cook, Haley Reed, and Grace County. As Cook steps in. She takes ball 1 high, 1-0. Cook's got the only hit for North in the ball game back in the first inning. North's only had 3 base runners this afternoon. 1-0 is in there for strike one. 1-1 as Stanton is back in for her second inning of relief. 1 ball and 1 strike. Reed bats from the left side. She fouls this one off third base side, out of play. A little bit late on the fastball. And she's behind 1-2. High school softball here in WTSN. As here's the 1-2. This one is lined third base side, but foul, out of play. As Cook tried to go opposite field. And the count holds at 1-2. So the Titans down to their last 3 outs. Here's the 1-2. Outside for ball 2, 2-2. Waiting on deck is Haley Reed, who's 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Stanton delivers a 2-2. This one is chopped. First base side will get foul. And the count will hold at 2-2. Well, unless something strange happens at the conclusion of this one, we'll send you to the Dennis Miller Show. Unless we go 15 innings, which I suppose is possible, but not likely. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. This one is chopped towards second. Over to field is Preventure. She flips over to first in time for the first out of the inning. And there's one away for Haley Reed. Reed popped out to third in the first. She struck out looking in the fourth. And the Titans are down to their last 2 outs. Stanton back on the pitching rubber, looks in at Trueworthy and is ready. Here's the first one. On the outside corner for strike 1. Outside corner has been there today for the pitchers. No balls and 1 strike. Cut out a miss for strike 2. That one was outside, but Reed offered at it, and she's behind 0-2. And now Coach Stillman wants a word. And they're talking about the batter's box. There's a bit of a hole there as tends to happen. Most batters are right-handed, so you tend to get a pit in that right-handed batter's box. Done some landscaping. Now we're ready to go. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. This one is fouled off the plate. It sounded like it was right on the handle of the bat of Haley Reed. But she stays alive at 0-2. Just 1 hit on the afternoon for North. The Spaulding pitching staff has done a great job. Patterson went 5 innings. Stanton in relief in the 6th. And this one is a off-speed pitch outside and high for ball 1, 1-2. Kendall Stanton came in to start the 6th. She gave up a walk, but that runner was caught stealing. Here's the 1-2. This one is popped right behind second base. Connolly calls for it and juggles it, but makes the catch. And she was looking right into the sun for the second out of the inning. It's one of those little flares that goes into the Bermuda Triangle. 3 fielders converge, but Gabby Connolly took command out there and made the play. And the Titans are down to their last out. Grace County steps in. She's 0-2. Struck out looking in the second and swinging in the 4th. Here's the first one to her. Stanton on the outside corner for strike 1. 9-0 Spaulding here, top of the 7th. So these are the last wraps for North, unless they can muster up a 9-run rally with 2 outs. Stanton is ready and delivers. Cut on a miss for strike 2. 0-2, and the Red Raiders are 1 strike away from getting back to 500 on the season. Stanton looks in at Trueworthy. Now she's ready. Cut on a miss for strike 3, and the ball game is over. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base in the 7th. We'll be right back to talk about this one. Your final: Spaulding 9, North nothing. You're listening to High School Baseball on AM 1270 WTSN and WTSNAM1270.com.
Okay, so can someone explain to me why anyone would want a boat? My neighbors have one, and I just don't see the point. All you do is go around in circles and wave at the other boat owners. Ahoy there. Tally-ho. I mean, I don't wave at strangers when I'm driving my car. I guess it's just a boat thing, whatever. If you ask me, human beings aren't meant to be on boats in the first place. We're land creatures. Better to keep your feet planted on solid ground, I say. Otherwise, you're just asking for trouble. And yet, they do seem happy, and they do spend a lot of time together. Even their kids.
There are people who don't understand the way you live. There's an insurance company that does. Safeco Insurance for auto, home, boat, and more. Coverage by Safeco Insurance Company of American affiliates, Seattle, Washington. Safeco Insurance. Do more.
Contact Cross Insurance, your local Safeco agent, 475 High Street, Somersworth. That's Cross Insurance, 742-2552 for all your personal insurance needs.
It's a final from Spaulding High School. The Red Raiders win it 9-0 over Nashua North. Most of the damage came in the 2nd inning when the Red Raiders scored 7, led by the Emma Rhodes bases clearing triple. That made it 4-0, and then the rout was on after that. It was a masterful pitching performance from Kaylee Patterson, who went 5, and then it was Kendall Stanton coming in relief to pitch the final 2 innings. So The Red Raiders improved to 3-3. The Titans fall to 1-4 on the season. For Spaulding, 9 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 5 left on base. For North, no runs, 1 hit, 3 errors, 1 left on base. The winning pitcher was Kaylee Patterson. The losing pitcher was Grace County, and it took 1 hour and 24 minutes to play. My thanks to Matthew Monty Montgomery, who started things off, and then Sarah Sullivan came in relief, keeping things running at our Dover broadcast studios. Your final one more time, Spaulding 9, North nothing. I'm Justin McIsaac saying so long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to tonight's broadcast of high school baseball on WTSN AM 1270. Tonight's game was brought to you by
Warren's Lobster House, setting the standard for great food at great prices since 1940. To see current promotions, visit them at lobsterhouse.com or like them on Facebook. Warren's Lobster House. Wentworth Douglas Hospital, the Seacoast leading medical center. Cross Insurance, your local Safeco agent at 475 High Street in Somersworth. That's Cross Insurance, 742-2552 for all your personal insurance needs. Aroma Joe's Coffee, 16 locations all over the Seacoast. Visit them online at aromajoes.com. Aroma Joe's, wicked good coffee.
For a list of upcoming games and to listen live, check out WTSNAM1270.com. We now return to our regularly scheduled program.